Good afternoon. Welcome to Small Business Saturdays. I am Aaron Montgomery, and looking forward to talking to you guys today. So thanks everybody for your patience today. I know we normally go at 10:30 a.m. every Saturday morning, and actually, if you checked any of the social media there, I tried to post a few pictures. Had an opportunity to have a great family event this morning, and as we've talked about lots on Small Business Saturdays here, family is very important to many small businesses. So definitely want you all to do those same kinds of things, take those, make those changes to your plans and stuff like that. So my son got to play volleyball this morning, which those of you that know me, I'm a big volleyball guy. So certainly a proud dad moment, and had a blast watching him play. We'll try to get some more pictures up and some videos and stuff a little later today. In fact, we are going to have to come up with a little bit better time here for at least, I think it's 6, 7, 8 or 9 weeks here, because that volleyball session is going to happen every Saturday morning. So we'll do Small Business Saturdays in the afternoon, I think is what we're going to have to do. Rich, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining me this morning. Or this morning. See, I'm still used to it being this afternoon. So you guys let me know what time's good for you guys in the afternoon. Probably going to be have to be after lunchtime here for a little bit. So we'll just change up the time and, find a good time that works for everybody, and then just try to stick to that time. So again, I appreciate everybody waiting and coming on and checking this out here this afternoon. We're going to be talking about attracting customers, attracting the right customers, in fact. So I want to do that. But here's what I'd like to do today. If you're joining here right now and you're tuning in live, what I'd love for you to do is start posting your tips, your thoughts, your ideas. Do you want to make this a community affair? So tell me what your ideas are for attracting the right customers. Tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me what questions you have. Tell me whatever, post it. Let's get lots of stuff going. I'm going to get through my presentation portion of this, and I'll certainly try to get to some of them along the way. But what I'd really like to do is towards the end here, just have that opportunity to really interact and bring up those comments and your thoughts. So with that being said, shall we dive in here? Yes, everybody. All right, cool. All right. Let me get some things moved around here. Okay. So back. Oops. Okay. There we go. That goes to the broadcast. I'm down there. Let's hide that. Get that out of the way. Perfect. All right. Will says attracting the right customers is via SEO. Absolutely. Perfect. In fact, go check out yesterday's Two Regular Guys podcast. I'm actually going to use one of Will's points today. So we had a great discussion with Will yesterday over at Two Regular Guys, tworegularguys.com or facebook.com/tworegularguys. And Will gave us tons of great information about SEO. Will Hankey, redcanoemedia.com. So check that out. Tammy, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you tuning in. All right. Well, a couple weeks back, we talked about kind of what metrics to look at. So the way this looks at to me is, okay, we're talking about metrics, customer driven. This is all about the customer experience. So let's talk about attracting the right customer. Lady in a red dress, attracting the right guys, hopefully. So again, those of you that know me, I carry a couple flags. One of the big flags is obviously business plans, planning, and doing all of that kind of thing. So that's one of the flags. The other flag that I carry is that I think the customer experience, customer service, being customer-centric can be the best marketing and sales that you could ever do. And a lot of times people go, well, if I provide this level of service, then I get stepped on, I get walked on, and things like that. And the problem with that way of thinking is the reason that happens is that you are actually attracting the wrong customers. You're attracting people that are going to walk on you and that are going to make you feel like you're being taken advantage of, because your business is attracting those people. And if you're attracting the people that don't align with your core values, then yes, you're going to feel that way, and it's going to be very difficult to provide that super high level of customer service. But if you're able to flip that switch and attract the right customers, the people that have the same core values that you have, then things change, because now customer service, customer experience is nothing. It's easy because it's just what you want to do. It's just being a good person. It's just helping somebody that has the same needs, desires, values that you have. And that whole customer service thing, and having to work so hard and put all these crazy sayings on the wall and all this other stuff just to get people to pretend like they care about the customers, goes out the window, because you actually do care about the customers, because these are the kinds of people that you want to be working with. So that's what this is all about. That's what we want to talk about here today. I'm going to start off, before I jump off of this slide here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about kind of an example. Maybe this will help everybody kind of think their way through this. So one of my main consulting customers, Pick the Gift, probably talked about them lots before, but love working with those guys. I probably would consider it actually a job, and as opposed to a consulting client, a job in a good way, something that I want to be doing all the time. And over there at Pick the Gift, we don't really do a whole lot of advertising. Our SEO sucks. Will, sorry, plug your ears, but our SEO sucks. We don't do a whole lot of advertising. We can't, because we're a wholesale we're a wholesale company. So our customers don't want us out there doing Facebook ads and shouting to the world and stuff like that. We do tiny bit of Google AdWords, tiny, and we shut those off most of the time. So most of our customers, most of our new customers, leads, come from word of mouth. And it's fantastic. So I've been working with them for about 2.5 years now. And we were, got things going. It was already built on a platform of being customer-centric, and really turned up the volume on that, really made relationships with customers, had some of our best customers sending their competitors to us. It was crazy to me. Like, they go, "Hey, I just told so-and-so to come talk to you guys about this." And I thought to myself, really? Wow, that's your competitor. But that was the feeling they had. That was the relationship that we had built, and it was great. And so that was happening, and that was perfect, and everything was going pretty good. But what started to happen is we realized that we didn't have a real clear message of the types of customers that we wanted. We were kind of attracting everybody. And, we had a certain kind of customer that we were interested in working with, people that had graphic design ability, people that could just send orders, not really have to do a lot of hand holding, things like that. Because as a wholesale provider, we needed to touch the orders as few times as possible. And we were on a skeleton crew, still are. I was it. And not until last year did I get some help in customer service. So, what happened, though, is we then started bringing in all of these leads, and all of these leads were great. And they came to us and said, "Hey, we heard you were awesome." Well, because they weren't the right leads, things started to go the wrong way for a little bit. We started having challenges. They weren't happy. We were feeling used. Things were just not going well. So we made a change. We went in and we looked at really kind of what the core was, who we want to attract, how we want to attract them, and we made that clear. We made that as clear as we possibly could. So now we're still getting leads without doing a whole lot of advertising, but we're getting less leads. And you would think, "Oh, that's not good. We don't want less leads." Well, actually, we do want less leads. We want quality over quantity. So now we're getting quality leads. We're able to work with the right people, the people that don't really fit who we're looking for. We're able to say, "Hey, we really appreciate the opportunity, but here's maybe somebody else that would be better suited for you. We don't do shirts, so we'll go talk to these people. Hey, we don't have the ability to help you set up your website, so go talk to this company." We work with a partner named Guten, who has a Shopify plugin that, they're able to do that. And then Guten feeds the orders back through us. So anyhow, once we were able to clearly define who we wanted, then it made it a whole lot better. So within this discussion, I want to talk about refining that. So you look at this picture that's up there. You've got the nice lady in the red dress. She's got her big magnet and she's trying to find a mate. And maybe she's looking for the sporty guy, or maybe she's looking for the smart guy, the guy in the middle with the glass. I don't know who's smart and who's sporty, but you can kind of get a gist from the picture there. The problem is now she's going to have to date all these guys, probably have some bad experiences with at least one or two of them, until she finds her right mate. So if she were able to tune that magnet to the person that she wanted, she'd be a lot better off. So there you go. So let's start there. So here's how to attract the right customers. All right, let's get to the actual nuts and bolts of it. And I don't necessarily have well, yeah, I do actually. Okay. What customers do you want? Okay. So this goes back to clearly defining what your core values are. And this is where, when we talked about business plans last August, June, whatever it was, June, July, August, somewhere in there, that's why we started with why. That's why you want to really have that clear, and why you're doing it, what's important to you, what your core values are. Because if you can say what those core values are, so let's say your core values are taking pride in your work, doing really high quality work, doing something that you can put your name on, your stamp, your seal on, then you can have your message be clear to the customers that you're trying to attract. You're not going to have a cheaper than the other guy's sale. You're not going to have I'll turn this around in 24 hours campaign going. What you're going to do is you're going to have a guarantee that you're going to love the product and it's going to be great, and those types of things. So that's what your message has to be. That's how you attract the right customers, is by first starting and clearly defining what your core values are. So start there. And then once you figure out what those core values are, we're going to be quick today. So if you guys have comments, questions, make sure you get them up there. I want to interact with you here, and I'm almost done. So once you have those core values, let's say, does it come up? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Once you have those core values and you understand that, and you make it very clear as to what you want, and then make sure that everything you do, all of your external communication, all of your marketing, all of your Facebook posts, all of your ads, all of the way your website looks, all of the SEO that you're working on, what keywords are you ranking for? So if quality is your thing, don't worry about ranking for cheapest shirt guy in town. If quality is your thing, worry about quality. If quality is your thing, mention that your longest lasting, best quality, customer satisfaction, shirt maker that's the best, all these kinds of keywords. Find somebody like Will and he'll help you figure out how to do that. But if you go to somebody like Will and you say, here's what my core values are, they will be able to really then take and find the right keywords for you that then you need to be searching for. But if you go to Will and just say, hey, I want my SEO to be better, you may not be happy with that kind of service. So the core values. Now think about, what does the right customer want from you? Okay. Understand what problems they have. Why would somebody be looking for the best quality shirts? Maybe they got burned the last time. Maybe they bought 50 shirts and they got them and they were all cracking and peeling and nobody liked them. And, whatever the case may be, why would somebody be coming to you that wants a quality shirt? It's not because they want the shirt. It's because they want that experience of having a quality shirt that they love and that they can give out to people, that people are going to wear for years and years to come. So good stuff there. I wanted to post this comment that Will just posted here. He says, Story Brand is a good book that speaks to this. So there you go. Perfect. Thank you, Will, for sharing that. Definitely get out there and read that. I have not read that one yet. So I'm hold on. I'm writing it down. I don't really need to write it down. It's right there. But anyways, okay. All right. So what is it that they come to you for? Why do your customers show up at your door? And be honest with yourself and be honest with them and ask them honestly why they come to your door. If it is, they come to you because you're the cheapest and that's what you want to be, perfect. Go after that. Own that. Figure out a way to make money with that. If that's what you're all about, you're about saving people money. You're about being thrifty. whatever your core values are, perfect. But if that's not who you are at your core, but yet you're making yourself do that every day because you think that's how you're going to be successful, it's not going to work for you. You have to be true to yourself. You have to be true to what your company values are, which are basically your values. It's your company, and just own that part. So make them feel confident, and make everything around what you're saying, make them feel that way. So you're not going to tell them all about the process and all that stuff. You may show them, you may give them an inside look, but what you're going to be talking to them about is the fact that your shirts are going to wash 50 times or whatever the case may be. Here is a perfect story that Will shared with us yesterday on Two Regular Guys that I think gets this point across, the point of basically talking about what the customers want, not about your features and benefits. So his story was, people don't go to buy a drill. They are looking to make a 1-inch hole in their wall. So they don't care what your drill is all about if they're going to buy a drill. What they care about is how well that drill is going to make the hole in their wall. So if you switch that up and you make it for garments or you make it for decoration, they're not coming to you because you're a screen printer, or they're not coming to you because you put vinyl on a shirt. They don't care about that. And you don't really want them to care about that. If they cared that much about that, they'd probably make it themselves. What they care about is getting some brand, some feel, some experience from you that is going to fill their need. So think very clearly, what does the right customer, the customer that you love doing business with, what matters to them? So just think of those things. All right. So that is, in a nutshell, how you attract the right customers. We'll go back here. We get that out of the way. So number one, clearly define what your core values are. Talk about, think about, talk to outside parties. Just really get down in writing, and be able to tell somebody. If I were to say, hey, Will, what are your core values? What are important to you? I know Will can be able to spout those off for me right away. All right. Can you do that? Can everybody here that's listening do that? If not, work on that and then come back and tell me about it next week. So, all right, guys, tell me what you've got. What are your tips for attracting the right customers? Is it maybe going to the right channel, advertising in the right channel? Is it, what other things do you have? And if you don't have anything, we'll wrap it up here, but I'll give you 1 second. And while I'm giving you that second to start typing those comments, I do want to share something else that I'm pretty excited about here, and just launched here this week, Small Business Saturdays podcast. It's going to be a collection of these videos converted to audio and pushed out there as a podcast. I'm working with a friend of mine, Mike Wilkerson, and he has a service called the Podcast Matrix, and these are going to be on his matrix. And so Small Business Saturdays podcast.com is where you want to go check that out. We're still working through a couple of bugs, but you should be able to subscribe on any of the major podcast channels out there. And I hope you guys check it out. And that way you can just take all these things in and listen to them later on. If you're driving, you can't always check the live videos. I'm going to get most of these videos, the good ones, up, and we'll keep doing it. So every week we'll launch a new one. We're going to start out with the business plan series. So the first Start With Why is out there right now, so you can go listen to it today. All right, good. Thanks, Will. There we go. Will says, I think writing it down is very important, not just knowing it in your head. I 100% agree with that, Will. I think that is a fantastic point to make, and I'm glad that you share that with us, because I feel that's important too. I've started carrying a journal here with me that and I got my Two Regular Guys thing on there, and as I think of these things, as I want to kind of refine these things, I found the best thing to do is to write it down. And then I go back into my notes and I refine it, and I get it actually onto somewhere that, once you've actually, thought about it. And then, sorry, Will got me off track there. Sorry. Once you've actually thought about it, then you can come back and really be able to kind of regurgitate that in a way that people are going to understand, because having to write it down, having to refine it, having to publish it, so to speak, in your brain, allows you to really talk about that subject. So, and this is a fantastic point. And yeah, I think you'll really notice that a lot. I've run into this a ton too. I've said this myself. Business owner, my client is anyone with money. Okay, if that is who your client is, tell me how successful you are 3 years, 5 years, 2 years, even down the road, because you may be able to, take any job that comes through, and that's great. But are they all going to be successful? Are they all going to be profitable? Are you going to be happy doing them all the time? You're probably going to have a lot of frustrations, a lot of discontent, and sometimes some of the best jobs that you'll ever take are ones that you said no to originally because they just weren't a fit for you. And then that person will figure out, if they really want to work with you bad enough, they'll figure out how to make it work the way it fits into your business, and then I'll go from there. And if you tell them no in a nice way, it may be some of the best relationships that you ever had. Instead of trying to do something that doesn't really work for people, where you just create a bad experience all the way around, never going to be successful. So, yep, they have not refined as we recommended here. So let's get back to that. That's where we started there. Okay, guys. Well, there we go. That's Small Business Saturdays for this afternoon. Yeah, post in the comments, post wherever, send me a message or whatever. Tell me what time in the afternoon on Saturdays is going to be best for you. I think I'm going to shoot for 3 o'clock because it feels like a good time, but maybe it'll be a little bit different than that. You tell me. All right. I want to make, like I said, I want to make this a community event where everybody's in here talking, sharing, and bringing their stuff to the table here. So reach out to me at my email, aaron@montcoconsulting.com. Oh, here we go. Man, Will, you and I just need to do this together, and I'll put you on here and we'll just go back and forth, because I think we can really bounce this off each other. Your point about less customers is good too. Less web traffic, but better web traffic is a great thing. It's not just about the quantity. Awesome. See, there we go. We're wrapping this thing all together. All right, guys, have a great Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me, Will. Thank you so much. Great stuff there. And check out Will at redcanoemedia.com. And like I said, shoot me an email here and let me know what's going on. Let me know how I can help you in any way possible. That's my why. I love helping people. I love seeing success in others. That brings me a great amount of joy. And there is my wonderful wife. Great info. Thank you. Love you, sweetie. All right. Lou, if you're watching this too, my son Lewis, big shout out to you, buddy. And great job at volleyball this morning. Oh man, everybody's jumping in now. Okay, we're not done yet. Woohoo! Customers have a value too. Totally on point. Thank you, Eric. Eric, we need to make sure that we coordinate when you're getting into Minnesota this weekend, Thursday. So let me know. I'm sure we'll talk. But all right, guys. Anything else before I go? I don't want to jump out of here too soon. We're getting some good conversation going here. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and tuning in. And if you need anything at all, again, let me just throw my email address up there again, aaron@montcoconsulting.com. I can't wait to interact with you. And I can't remember what we're doing next week. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be at DAX, Minnesota. So I think on Friday, Terry and I will be walking the show. So probably won't have a Small Business Saturday. Maybe Terry and I driving back to Minneapolis from Red Lake, whatever. I don't. Welch, Minnesota is where the event is happening. So find me somewhere. Just find me on social media or shoot me an email, and I'll tell you where to catch me at. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Talk to you later.